Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me again. This is Turning Back the Clock. Okay guys, as you're all aware, the government guidelines were relaxed a little bit and we're now allowed, back on the waterways, we're now allowed to drive to go and exercise, which means it's a really good opportunity to get the kayak back out. Haven't been on it for about a year and a half, so really excited about that. Before we do that though, I'm just going to run you through some of the kit I'm going to be using on today's video. So this is the kayak I'm using today guys. It's made by a company called River. It is a touring kayak, so it's really really robust and quite strong, and it's a good all-round stable kayak to be using. So we'll start with the most important thing really, if you're ever going to go canoeing, and obviously that is a paddle. You don't want to get caught up the creek without one. Right, second of all, we have a buoyancy aid. Now obviously, if you're ever going to try canoeing, it's really important to get something something like this. Now it's important to remember this isn't a life jacket. Okay, a life jacket's something completely different. A life jacket, if you were to fall in the water, would keep you afloat if you were unconscious. This will just help you. It just means you'll sink slower essentially. You still need to swim with it. It's not guaranteed to keep you afloat at all. It's more designed for water sports like kayaking and things like that, where you're already going to be in contact with the water anyway, so not to be confused with a life jacket. A couple of things on the buoyancy aid. What we've got in the top pocket here is an emergency whistle. Really important, obviously, if you get sort of like dropped into the water and you can't get out and you do need assistance, you can start blowing on that. Anyone that you're with is going to be able to come to your aid. As well, in the top pocket there is a siloom. Now this is like a glow stick essentially, and basically if you are in the water and you're trying to get someone's attention and it has gone a little bit dark and you're trying to get someone's attention, that there, you can set that off and you should be able to signal someone with it. So next is a helmet. Obviously depending on how rough the water is, where you're kayaking and where you're going, you might not need to wear a helmet at all times, but it is really important to wear a helmet when you're getting in and out of the kayak. They're the most likely times that you're going to slip and hit your head. If you do hit your head and become unconscious, then you're in real trouble. As well, on the helmet there is a torch, so if you're ever going anywhere where there is quite a big tree canopy over a river or canal or anywhere where you're kayaking, you can always turn the torch on. It's also really good for some of the tunnels that we come across on some of the canals that we go on. Okay, next we've got the spray deck. So that's not always on the canoe or kayak. It's obviously for keeping spray and rainwater and anything else from going in the kayak making you really wet. We've also got a couple of other things that you wouldn't necessarily think of. So sunglasses, I don't really need to explain what they do for you. They're self-explanatory. A radio. Now, I'll be kayaking alone today, and I'll have a bit of chat about that later in the video. But obviously, if you are kayaking with other people and you get a bit of distance between them, it's always good to stay in radio contact. Sun cream. Obviously, when you're on the water, there is quite a lot of reflective UV rays coming at you. So even on quite a dull day, not necessarily too sunny, you can get quite a lot of additional rays reflecting off the water. So always good to wear sun cream. We have insect spray. anywhere that you're going to go kayaking that has got quite a lot of water, you get a lot of midges, a lot of flies, things like that. They get in your face, get in your eyes, happen to inhale quite a few. So insect spray prevents them biting you as well, which is really good. Then obviously emergency phone is always good to have, and as well to go with the electronic devices is a dry bag. And obviously you can put all your devices into the dry bag and do it up, roll it and connect it up, and that there is airtight. Okay, so that will keep all your electronic devices dry. Obviously if you get a little bit of air in there as well, it will stay afloat. So if your bag falls in the water, it will float. You should, in theory, be able to retrieve it. And there we have it. So here we go. So as the guidelines have been relaxed, I've decided to come out for a bit of a paddle. Obviously I've not been on the kayak for probably about a year and a half, and then obviously with this lockdown we haven't been able to go anywhere. So I've come out to the canal today because we are still only allowed to exercise by ourselves, and the canal's quite calm water. Obviously there's no current or anything like that, so it's probably the safest place to paddle right now. Obviously if I was going to a bigger river or a lake or something like that, I'd need someone with me. The advice really is not to really kayak or anything by yourself, just in case you get into any trouble. So the canal seems the most sensible place to paddle at the time. It's quite quiet, to be fair, so I can get some good rowing in. It's all upper body as well, which is really good because obviously up until this point I've only really been walking, running, cycling, that kind of thing. So it gives my upper body a chance to try and get moving, and it allows me to try and lose a bit of weight off the top as well. So guys, I've been paddling for about an hour. I'm going to have a little bit of a rest here, a little bit of a bob about on the water, and then I am going to head back to the car. I'm a little bit gutted, I left my water in the car, so I'm going to have to paddle back without any water. So, rookie mistake that is, but yeah, it's going well. Weather's nice, it's nice and sunny. Been past a couple of canal side pubs, which is a little bit gutting because it would have been nice to stop off and have a little bit of beer, but that's not really the idea of the channel. So yeah, I'm going to start rowing back. anywhere near it. So guys, that's about all we've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. As the year goes on and as all these restrictions start to get lifted, we are planning some much bigger trips out in the kayaks. So hopefully these restrictions won't be around too much longer, and I can get you some decent adventures. I am planning to do some collaborations with another YouTuber who also does kayaking as well. So that should be pretty fun. We're looking at going on a trip to the Lake District with a wild camp in the middle, so it's a 2-day trip. So I've got that planned for sort of midsummer time. So obviously tune in to see that video. Once again guys, thanks for joining us, and if you do like what you're seeing, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any more videos. Cheers, see you again.